Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. Former President Donald Trump is back on Twitter, now known as X, with his first post since January 8th, 2021. And the post, well, it's his mugshot with a link to his campaign website. Trump was kicked off mainstream social media platforms in the days after the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol for spreading lies and misinformation. Elon Musk invited Trump back to Twitter last year, but this is his first post. It came a couple hours after he was booked in Georgia on conspiracy charges for his attempt to overturn the state's 2020 presidential election results. And Monday marks the 60th anniversary of Martin Luther King Jr.'s historic I Have a Dream speech. King delivered the landmark address to more than 200,000 civil rights activists on the National Mall. Thousands gathered for the March on Washington in support of the Civil Rights Act. King's speech is listed among the greatest ever delivered and the most notable ever delivered by a non-president. While many civil rights activists agree that the March on Washington was a major success, the work is not over. A recent report by Pew Research Center found U.S. adults were about evenly split when it comes to progress on racial equality in the last 60 years. The Justice Department is suing SpaceX for discriminating against refugees. The DOJ says in posted job listings, SpaceX claims only green card holders and U.S. citizens could work at the company. It cited export control laws as the reason. There are some specific laws that limit foreign nationals from accessing key information about space vehicles, but the DOJ says that those laws don't prevent SpaceX from hiring refugees. It points out that they are considered equal to U.S. citizens in terms of their permission to live and work in the U.S. The status never expires for migrants who have been granted asylum. A dangerous heat wave is posing a threat for residents from the Midwest to the Gulf Coast. According to the National Weather Service, some areas could see triple-digit temperatures. The Advocate Channel's John Lawrence reports.
Record-setting heat is coming down on parts of the nation, including Houston. Since June 1st, the most populous city in Texas is having its hottest summer to date. Houston is also experiencing a drought, and local officials are asking residents to voluntarily limit watering their lawns. But it will become mandatory this weekend.
It just doesn't seem as though right now we can get a break.
The rising mercury is also causing headaches for Louisiana's agriculture. State officials say the extreme temps are hurting crops, and consumers will eventually notice it at the grocery store.
Most of the foods that we consume, if you look at corn and beans and wheat, it's from the previous year crop. So what's happening today will be influencing the food prices as we move forward.
Earlier this week, record-setting or record-tying temperatures were confirmed in Baton Rouge, Mobile, and New Orleans. In the Memphis area, students in Tipton and Fayette counties are getting early dismissals because of the heat. So are students in Vandercook, Michigan.
Can't bring kids back into that environment. It's like being in an easy bake oven.
The National Weather Service says this heat wave poses a greater than usual health risk due to numerous days of excessive heat, the intensity of the heat, and a lack of overnight cooling. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
And thanks so much for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, you can go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For AC 24/7, I'm Aaron Dean.